The future is already happening. One launch, one decision, one innovation at a time. And as we move deeper into the 21st century, the pace only accelerates. With the multiple advancements in tech daily, do you ever wonder what life will be like, say another 25 years from now? This is Facts on Trial, bringing answers to questions never asked, helping you understand the world better. The world will be reshaped in ways that will seem unbelievable today. As new things evolve as the years go by, sadly others will slowly fade and disappear into the sands of time. With that in mind, here are the events that will most likely happen before the year 2050. In 2025, humanity's long dream of returning to the moon becomes reality. NASA's Artemis II mission will carry astronauts around the moon, marking the first time in over 50 years that humans leave low Earth orbit. On board will be the first woman and first person of color to venture this far into space, riding the Orion spacecraft on top of the Space Launch System rocket. Simultaneously, a series of robotic lunar missions from America, India, and China will mark the beginning of a new space race. Only this time, it's not just about planting flags, it's about staying. Meanwhile, back on Earth, major shifts will be underway. The United Kingdom will have officially closed all of its coal power plants. Europe will set legally binding emissions targets for 2040. New global temperature records will likely be set. Most years between 2025 and 2029 are expected to breach the critical 1.5 degrees warming threshold. Water scarcity, already a problem, will reach crisis levels for more than half the world's population before mid-century. By 2026, SpaceX will aim to launch the first manned mission to Mars, while NASA targets a crewed asteroid flyby. In Saudi Arabia, the Jeddah Tower is expected to become the tallest structure ever built, towering 1 kilometer into the sky. In Barcelona, the Sagrada Familia, a church under construction since 1882, is finally set for completion, 144 years after it began. In 2027, a revolutionary mission will begin. The NEO Surveyor will launch, designed to track and detect dangerous near-Earth asteroids that could threaten life as we know it. That same year, if SpaceX succeeds in its Mars ambitions, the first crew could arrive after a 7-month journey through interplanetary space, making 2027 the year humans first set foot on the red planet. They'll face radiation, freezing temperatures, and a barren wasteland, but it will mark the beginning of our status as a multi-planetary species. 2030 will be the first major landmark year. By now, most advanced nations will have banned the sale of new fossil fuel cars. Renewable energy will surpass fossil fuel generation in many countries. Millions of electric vehicles will fill the roads. The largest telescopes ever built will begin scanning deep space for habitable exoplanets and alien biosignatures. In the US, the power grid will be under unprecedented strain, driven by electric cars, AI server farms, and the rise of decentralized energy. In the skies above, the Artemis V mission will send humans and equipment to the Lunar Gateway, a space station orbiting the moon, to prepare for permanent bases at the lunar South Pole. China and Russia will move forward with their own lunar and deep space projects. And as the space sector becomes increasingly privatized, asteroid mining, zero-gravity manufacturing, and lunar tourism will emerge from science fiction into scientific pursuit. In the 2030s, a second race is brewing, not just on the moon or Mars, but in orbit around Uranus and Neptune. New generation deep space probes will set course for the ice giants to unravel how our solar system formed. Meanwhile, Venus will return to the spotlight with multiple missions designed to determine whether life ever existed in its thick, sulfuric clouds. 2037 could mark a dire milestone, the first summer without any Arctic sea ice. The implications of this would be enormous: rising sea levels, collapsing ecosystems, and intensifying storms across the globe. Climate migration will become one of the biggest political flashpoints of the decade. In 2040, France will become one of the first countries in the world to ban the sale of gasoline and diesel vehicles entirely. Green hydrogen will begin to scale up in Europe and Asia, powering entire cities, factories, and transport systems. Urbanization will accelerate. By 2040, more than 70% of the global population will live in cities, and megacities with more than 20 million people will be the new norm. Around this time, one of the world's boldest space projects, Breakthrough Starshot, will launch a fleet of ultra-tiny spacecraft propelled by lasers to the Alpha Centauri system. These probes, traveling at 20% the speed of light, could arrive by the 2060s and send back images of planets orbiting the nearest stars. By 2042, Earth's population will likely hit 9 billion. In the US, Americans of European ancestry will no longer be the majority. The demographic shifts will reshape politics, culture, and identity in unpredictable ways. And somewhere in the tech world, the world's first trillionaire will likely emerge, possibly from the AI, space, or biotech sectors. 2045 may be the most philosophically radical year yet. According to some futurists, this could be the moment artificial general intelligence, AI that exceeds human intelligence in every field, becomes reality. This so-called technological singularity could make today's debates about AI regulations seem quaint. Machines may begin innovating without human input, reshaping economies, science, and even the definition of what it means to be human. By 2048, the Antarctic Treaty will come up for review for the first time. This treaty currently prohibits mining and military activity on the continent. If it's overturned or renegotiated, the last pristine landmass on Earth could be opened up to industrial exploitation. Finally, we arrive at 2050. If current trends continue, half of the Amazon rainforest will be gone, either cut down or irreversibly degraded. Nearly half of the global population may lack clean drinking water. Life expectancy will hover around 76 years globally, though some countries will average over 90. Yet it won't all be dark. By 2050, quantum internet may be a working reality, enabling virtually unhackable communication across continents. Self-driving vehicles will be widespread. Smart cities will be powered by AI, machine learning, and decentralized energy grids. In Japan, a proposed space elevator could begin operations, linking Earth to orbit with carbon nanotube cables stretching 100,000 kilometers high. If successful, it would reduce the cost of sending cargo to orbit by 90% and open the door to building giant habitats in space. And maybe, just maybe, thousands of people will be living and working on Mars by then. It's not a dream anymore. It's a plan. Between now and then, the world will face war, progress, crisis, and discovery. What happens next is partly out of our hands and partly ours to shape. This is Facts on Trial, bringing answers to questions never asked, helping you understand the world better.